what I hear you asking is, what about the dark side of psychedelics? And I think that's certainly worth talking about. It isn't a joyride necessarily. One thing that is quite wonderful about psychedelics is that, and I'll just speak of the mushroom in this case, is that it's wonderfully kind to beginners. But if you are an acolyte of the priesthood, sooner or later it will scare the socks off you. And in many ways it can do this. In fact, that's what's so scary about it, is it knows the way to scare you, just like it knows everything else about you. And so in my talk I stressed the facility with which one can access these places, and I sort of teased yoga. It is easy to access these places. The question is then, but is it easy to control and manipulate and understand these places? And this is where it can turn you every way but loose. This is where you want to have your mantras polished and your yantras ready, because in that domain it all works. All that malarkey that doesn't ever work anywhere else, in that domain it works. And so I think one should have techniques, the ring pass not, or mantras, something that you have faith in, power objects. Ultimately, the best advice I've ever come on, and it's pretty sickening advice, but the goal is to survive these things, is Frank Herbert's advice in Dune about fear. And he says, fear comes like a wind. It comes. And the way you meet it is you meet it. And you wait. And it blows, and it blows, and it blows itself out. And then you're alone again. And that's what you have to do. And then in terms of practical instruction, there are ways to navigate through hard spots. Breath control, singing. Singing is wonderful. We tend to suffer silently. And if you get into a pressurized place on a psychedelic, I don't think it's a good idea to go to squeeze down and to meet it like that. I think it's much better to sing, to circulate huge volumes of oxygen through your body and just send your whole metabolism spiraling off in some other direction. Shamanism was defined by the foremost commentator on it, Merciliade, as the archaic techniques of ecstasy. Notice its techniques. And this is really important. This is not a religion or an ontology or a set of beliefs like Buddhism, Hinduism, Catholicism, you name it. It's a set of techniques. And the techniques deliver the experience. And then out of the experience one creates whatever models of the universe seem appropriate. But this is what science was before science. This is what religion was before religion. And it's deep. It's the deepest thing there is. Our society, living in ignorance of this, is infantile and destructive and narcissistic and materialistic and the whole gamut, because we can't touch the gold in life. It's hard for us. It's very elusive. It's far from us. Authenticity is fleeting, and we require psychotherapists and self-affirmation and all this stuff to hang on to it. How I got into this, like the gentleman who asked the question, is by being in the Amazon, by having searched India to see, what can you show me? And they couldn't show me anything. They wanted me to sweep the ashram for 12 years, and then something wonderful was going to happen. But then when I got to South America, I said, what can you show me? And this guy said, let's sharpen our machetes. We'll go out here and get some of this snake vine and come back, and I'll show you. And by 10 o'clock that night, I was sobbing in the guy's arms. He'd shown me I was a convert. I'd sweep his courtyard for 12 years without asking.